I'm going to go through some of the things that did not get on the show. So, sound good? Yeah, a few little extra. This is you're getting like the whipped cream before the meal. That's what I often do. I sit down to like a big meal and I just. The headline is, "For the tarantula, it's better to be loved than feared." And I was like, fuck, what did Jeff Bezos do now? So next headline. This is, this is just one moment in this. It's an article about Tesla. And here's the thing, is Tesla, there's a bunch of complaints about the way he treats his workers and all kinds of shit. So I'm not saying he's an awesome dude. But moving to electric from gasoline has driven big oil nuts, big automotive nuts. They fucking hate it. They fucking hate it. And so slipped in this article about Tesla, which I'm sure is trashing him, but it goes, the 16-year-old Silicon Valley's upstart built around Mr. Musk's vision for upending 100 years of automotive tradition. Yeah. Tradition! Yeah. The tradition of destroying our planet. It's traditional. It's traditional for us to fucking kill ourselves. How dare he ruin it? That's like saying condoms upended 1,000,000 years of traditional sex. It's like, yeah, it also stopped AIDS. Like, there's also, can't believe they ruined traditional sex like that. All right, this one is about, startups cut the cost of group living. So in cities, they are now, people, especially millennials and stuff, are buying, like, you get like a bed. Like, you buy like a bed. You don't get an apartment, you don't get a house. So it's this group living, and it shows, people pay for it says a sleeping pod has room for a bed and a closet. And it's got it's literally just a bed. It's like living in a little jar. It's like someone's captured you and they're watching you and it's like having sex in the back of a car. I don't know how the fuck you gotta have one leg out the window just to sleep in these things. But it says, and at no point, of course, in this article is like, how fucked up is this? Like, that's my biggest problem. This is what, New York Times, this is the Wall Street Journal. That's my biggest problem with most of these articles, is that the headlines should just be, holy fucking shit! Like, that should be most of these headlines. And it says, to compensate for the cramped quarters, building owners often offer such perks as housekeeping service, organized ski trips, yoga studios, and cooking classes. Live under this fucking bridge. But we'll give you free Taco Tuesdays. Fuck you and your fucking cooking class. We'll give you a goddamn cooking class. How about I can afford an apartment? There could be that too. That's an idea. All right, so now let's get on to the New York Times. Of course, they're flipping out because Trump is pulling the troops out of Syria. And look, I don't want to see any. It's not that I want to see any Kurds killed. That's obviously horrific. But our media and our Democrats and our Republicans and our corporate parties, they only flip out. The only time they flip out with our military is when they're pulled out. When the threat of peace. The threat of peace rears its ugly head. And so this is the New York Times, the left-wing New York Times, right? And it's when get out is the entire strategy, and it says he is demonstrating that in his pursuit of ending America's, and they put in quotes, endless wars. Like, what the fuck is he talking about with the endless wars? Please, where is the end? Show me the end. And then you can act like this is so weird, this endless wars thing. In his pursuit to end the endless wars, no American troop presence abroad is too small to escape his desire to terminate it. Yeah, also fucking not true. Please point to all the times Trump has ended our fucking bombing. We are bombing endlessly around the world. We drop a bomb every 12 minutes, and this is one time that he's pulling 1,000 troops out, and they're losing their goddamn minds. Sorry, not all of these are funny. Some of them are just good point. As you've noticed. So this one is about Puerto Rico and other islands that have been fucking destroyed. It's talking about St. Martin by hurricanes. And it says, battling over where or whether to rebuild after storms. When things go wrong, those in power often promise to make it right. But do they? In this series, the Times investigates to see if those promises were kept. No. There's your investigation. I just saved you a lot of money. No, 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 they weren't kept. No. This is the classic thing that the Times does. It investigates things about 3 years after everyone was like, fucking of course. What, did we rebuild Puerto Rico on time? No. No, we didn't. Honestly, this is classic New York Times. The New York Times will do a story like, literally I saw one that the New York Times investigates, do cops give more tickets to black people? That was like a few weeks ago. What do you think? The New York Times investigates. Was slavery bad? New York Times investigation. Lead paint. Sprinkle it on desserts. And they put a lot of money and resources into this. They're great writers. They really are. New York Times investigates. Does rubbing dirt on your vagina stop a pregnancy? New York Times investigates. And actually, if you want proof of it, go to another New York Times from this week. The rich really do pay lower taxes than you. Just noticed. The New York Times just found it out. It was a big catch. They had a big meeting this week. Hey guys, I got a scoop. Oh, well, there's this one. She went viral dancing for the lion at the Bronx Zoo, but police can't find her. Did you see there's some viral video of a woman who jumped into the cage with the fucking lions and danced in front of them and didn't get eaten, unfortunately. And look, yes, she should not have done that. Does that warrant national police chasing her around the country? Who gives a shit? There's like the number of things they could be doing other than worrying about this one fucking idiot. Like, but dancing in a lion, yeah, don't do that, all right? And it's an article about how the entire NYPD is looking for her or something. I really just, next time someone does it, we'll put one lion on the job. All right, this is the last one I have. Front page of the New York Times, softening Russia's image with art and cash. And it's about how Russian oligarchs are funding, exhibits in our museums and stuff like that. Yeah, you know who else softens their image with fucking art and cash? Our oligarchs! Saudi oligarchs! All of the oligarchs! That's what they do. That's how it works, all right? They're like, the Russians are doing it. Yeah, so are the Koch brothers. So are the fucking Koch brothers. So basically, really, look what oligarchs are doing. The rest of us are just fucking supposed to believe that propaganda. We walk into these museums and we're like, oh, Koch brothers funded the Smithsonian. They're good guys. They're misunderstood, aren't they?